Who's really happy for you? Who's really happy for your success?
Genuinely happy.
Like who's really there and they're like, dude, it's so dope to see you do what you did. Like who's really looking at you guys in this space like, God damn, man, the motherfuckers started here, now they here. Yo, it's dope to see from the outside and watch you guys. Like, where are you getting that energy from?
Bro, do you know how hard it is to find friends who are generally want to just see you win?
That's hard.
People would like to see you do good, but not better than them, bro. And it's so hard to just find people that just want to see you win. Just, wow, like, yo, he going crazy.
Right.
People just be envy one day and just don't like what you doing and like that. I had to let them go because they were being envying what I had going on.
All I ever heard in my life was my flaws. You know what I'm saying? Only the people close to me was the ones telling me how great I was. In life, all I heard was my flaws.
Gotcha.
So that shit destroyed my confidence as a young puppy.
Well, can you please share some words of motivation?
Hold up. Before we start the show, we're going to get into the inside job breakdown. We're going to break that John down. We late night conspiracy theories tonight. If you went to the conspiracies, if you trying to expand your knowledge on what's going on out here as far as that, this is a safe place. Simple as that. But yeah, before we start the show, I had to start it on that note because a lot of these people is out here nobody wants you to see you doing better than them. People want you to help them get big, but if you try to do something or try to get up, we gotta inspire each other more to do greater things instead of all just trying to uplift one person. That's just the game. We're gonna get on with the show. I ain't even gonna rant.
Well, can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
Everyone watching the show, do you be yourself and make sure that you love being yourself. And it's going to be roadblocks, it's going to be tribulations, but always remember this is a life experience. Accept the experience, appreciate the experience, and learn how to move on from things that don't serve you well, and find your journey, respect your journey, and love it.
You heard it, guys, from the man himself, Mr. Kendrick Lamar. So until next time, jazzing out.
So Inside Job is definitely a show that is funny as hell. It's on Netflix if you're looking for it. If you ain't seen it, you probably ain't heard of it. It got canceled at the second season. It's like one of them sitcoms like Family Guy and all that. Not from the same writers though, I think. I gotta look up the writers, different writers that wrote it. But boy, oh boy, whatever you thought that, like, imagine like a government show or a show that's like Family Guy sitcom and Simpsons, but it's like to the extreme. Like, it's the reason why this show is not on regular television network. It would have got banned all over the country. Like it got banned on Netflix, which is crazy because like that's his own company, and it still was like people wanted the show to get brought down. I don't know the real history behind it, but I'm thinking about doing a whole series on the show because a lot of stuff that's talked about on a lot of channels I follow. It basically is all a collective of all of that stuff. All these crazy conspiracy theories about the government, about America, about just life and reality as we see it. And it's just put into a very funny, low key truth truth segments. I don't know. It's hard to explain it, but it's very funny. And far as if you like research that stuff and you watch this show, you are not only going to laugh, but you are going to feel very validated. Like, wow, some truth got to be up in this. But yeah, we're gonna dive deep into it. I got some clips to give y'all some previews to why you need to watch this show. At least the first season.
Well, this is a clone lab. Hi, I'm Kate. Just a little clone humor.
Right. Wow. What does this department do again exactly?
Besides to fight God.
Keep famous DNA on file for history-related conspiracies.
Cool. You have Tupac?
Yeah, and 3-Pac, and 4-Pac.
Thug life. West side. Good looking out.
Ooh, cold in here.
Exposure to heat makes these things unstable. Ah! Well, looks like we have your DNA now, too. Guess I could replace you with a clone in your sleep and no one would ever know. Oh, kidding! Or am I? He isn't.
Shout out to all my clone conspiracy people. I'm not laughing at y'all for believing. Trust me, I really don't think that's too funny because it is a little creepy when you start looking into it. But yeah, everybody think Tupac was clone. I know there's a lot of talk about Tupac right now. Hey, look, it's some truth into the humor. Is you know they play around with it a lot. That one part you can break that down in so many different ways. The Tupac references, wow. And my man was in. I was just recently in somebody chat, and he was speaking on different types of Tupacs and people out here clone type energy, and people wasn't trying to hear it. So some stuff we gotta wait for the public. Some things gotta get validated a little more, but let alone we just talking conspiracies. You feel me? The clone thing, crazy. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that.
You can't tell people that the government isn't real, can't talk about shape-shifting reptiles, or that the Dow Jones is controlled by blood sacrifices. And most importantly, you absolutely cannot tell people that we are replacing the president with a robot, okay?
The show
You can't.
the show been out. It been out for a few years. You feel me? It just when it got canceled, it kind of took out the whole. One thing about building stuff and talk about these things on these platforms, it is controlled by people that really don't have the full control. But like I'm trying to push for a black production studio out here where I live out in Philly. I'm trying to get that in the making, so we can create our own media, mass produce our own media, distribute our own media. I got my boy on a graphic designer training, but the show is about a girl and her family that's basically the family of they help all the conspiracy theories look crazy. So what they're in the line of work are doing is her dad is like some like super smart scientist guy that basically helped the government do um a lot of historic events that went through with the public that help sway the public to believe certain perceptions and stuff like that. So it's very interesting. It's very crazy. Like, and her mom is like in the government. They're all tied into the government, hence the word inside job. And it basically just the stories of what they know and what's regular reality to them. So their reality, like a lot of people say, your reality is only based on your perception of what you've been raised around, the country you live in, and stuff like that. What you know about, that's what your reality is based off of. Perception is controlled through those ways. So unless you open your mind and free minded, and kind of take everything with a grain of salt, but don't drive yourself crazy. It's a thin line. It's a blurry line, but it just goes into validating those crazy conspiracy theorists people and the crazy things that they got going on up in Hollywood and up in the government and aliens. It goes deep, like it goes real deep.
Would be appropriate.
We too early for that. Not that. 'Cause that's my boy. Not yet. We too early. We gonna get to that part though, because I do gotta explain why InfoWars got shut down. That's why I'm talking about this show. And yeah, they got canceled at season 3, but also shout out to my guy InfoWars. He just got canceled completely off all networks. Like, and he's like, y'all, if anybody know about conspiracy theories, he's like the conspiracy theory king. So he pretty much I'm still sick. Y'all got work with me, but he pretty much got shut down from all platforms. They got rid of all of his videos, everything associated with him for breaking guideline rules. For breaking the guideline rules. So I'm not gonna really go into it because it just happened, so I'm gonna look more deep into it. But it was really sad. It was really jacked up because it's nothing that it's nothing that we're doing. It's not we're not going towards the government and doing anything to them. We're just talking to the people about it. People are interested, people want to know. You feel me? So it's weird that they don't even want us conversing about these things, or I guess when your mass or your following gets so big, because before he was just a crazy guy. It's crazy how like it gets to that point where eventually he gets shut down completely, and this is how he was making a living and stuff. It's crazy, man. But let's keep on the topic, the show. Let's look at this. It's just an inside job. You feel me? Inside job.
This show was canceled because there was so much truth in it. Watch this.
The Catholic Church's attendance numbers are at an all-time low, so the College of Cardinals hired us to create a fake hell under Rome. The plan was to simulate an earthquake that uncovers hell. Then everyone would be so terrified of God's wrath that they would start attending church again.
Yeah, we commissioned an animatronic demon army from the Disneyland Imagineers. Satan's torso used to belong to Mulan.
Wow, Disney magic can do anything, including send people to hell?
Relax. It's just for show. No one's actually going to hell.
Except Andre, for the weird shit he did with his clone.
No regrets.
And this project. The new pope is apparently chill AF. He found out about the hell contract and wants to shut it down.
And Jesus said, I shall not bogart salvation. Heaven is dead as lit, fam. Ocasio-Cortez 2024.
I need one of you to go to Rome and brainwash the Pope into a hardcore religious conservative overnight. We need him to resume the Hell Project so we can get paid. This assignment won't be easy. You'll face distractions, romantic ruins, a bounty of pasta and wine that's so toe-curlingly sensual you'll...
Dibs! I'll go to Rome! In fact, I know this outside consultant who would be so perfect.
But I tell you, I love Gigi.
I maybe should have put a disclaimer for this, John, because warning, trigger alert. If you know, it's just jokey. It's just a joke. But yeah, those for my religious conspiracy people. It's a safe place for you on this show. Inside Job is all for you, baby. I'm trying to tell you. Whatever you thought, people telling you crazy, tell them you can watch the show with me. Feel me? It's amazing how they run these plays, bro. You really sit. We sit here amongst the civilians and amongst regular people talking amongst this stuff, and this stuff is just so funny how spot on they be with all of these subliminal jokes, bro. It's amazing.
And of course, our arch rivals, the Illuminati.
So what's the deal with the Illuminati again?
Basically, they're the cooler version of us.
Keep all the symbolism.
And finally, we saved the best for last. The all-seeing, all-knowing Illuminati!
I love you, Jay-Z. Illuminati confirmed.
Ugh, Dietrich.
Well, if it isn't the reheated leftovers of Rand Ridley, I thought they fired you for all of this.
He's a mess. Cognito is more powerful than ever. We control the president, big oil, and I have a button that can move the moon.
Love it, yeah. Like if you know stuff, like if you've been just looking into stuff, you just would be cracking up. Like it was way the Jay-Z Beyonce reference. Like it's just a lot, bro. I was cracking up watching the job. But if you're not up on the conspiracies, it's gonna hit you in a different way. You feel me? But it is funny if you just take it as comedy. But it's a little truth to those comedy shows. You feel me? It's always a little truth in the comedy. That's the way it's set up, baby.
I mean, everything we see is a false reality. It's like Big Brother, The Matrix, whatever you want to call it. While we're watching each other, they're watching us. All the time. I've come up with a name for you, the White Shadow.
I'm white. I'm shadowing you. Very clever.
And I've decided that you're a figment of my overactive imagination.
Now who's hiding from reality? Just because you're paranoid, Huey, doesn't mean we're not out to get you.
Why me?
Come on. You underestimate yourself.
It seems to be getting harder, distinguishing reality from the illusions people make for us. What's the matter? You wouldn't understand. I'm being shadowed by a secret agent.
Who? Where is he? You mean like the Tooth Fairy?
No, I don't mean like the Tooth Fairy.
Sounds like the Tooth Fairy to me. You can believe in secret agents, and I can't believe in the Tooth Fairy?
Who do you trust? You know, I'm not trying to really, add more to the confusion, but it's like you got to be a little aware about what's going on out here. We late night conspiracy theory vibes, you feel me? Straight up, like. But Boondocks is one of my favorite shows. I remember when it was just a comic book, and it was sad when he sold that. Like, you feel me? And hence on why I feel like a lot of the media is controlled in a lot of certain ways because they're the only people that wanted to create it and do it. And everybody feel like, you know, since you're like you're the only company or platform that can do something. So my only way to combat stuff like that is to build my own production studios, black owned, controlled by me. You know, that's the whole we got to build our own production studios. We got to build stuff like that so we can mass produce, work together, have places and outlets and equipment, you know, funded for people to do these things. Like, I'm not out here to just make stuff and content so I can live a good life. No, the people that support me, that buy into my content, I'm gonna make sure they all living just as well. I'm destroying the spirit of celebrity. How can you be a celebrity if we all doing good? If I'm not poor looking up at you and I'm making sure the people that follow me is just as rich as me, where's the spirit of celebrity at? I'm gonna give people and help people just like they're helping me. I'm gonna help produce, or you want to create something? All right, free funding for whatever equipment you need. You know, whatever, pitch the idea to me, I'll produce it for you. I'll help you with the publishing. Teaching has to be taught out here. You feel me? Along with the courses, not just pay for this course and your life will be better. No, we're gonna give you real training. We're gonna get you an audience. We're gonna set you up nice. My production, what I'm working on out here, when I start doing it, a lot of people gonna jump on it and act like, oh, somebody should have been did this when it was so easy, but everybody wanted to be a celebrity. Everybody wanted to gatekeep. So I'm gonna show everybody how easy it is to put everybody on, and it's way more effective. Trust me. I want all my people to thrive just like they helping me thrive. That's the game. Black Production Studio on the way though.
Welcome to the other side. You want to talk about connections? These Preptiles literally have blue blood.
This is incredible. I can't believe who's secretly a Reptoid. Anderson Cooper? Taylor Swift?
So the song Shake It Off was about how I shed my skin every 1,000 years. And the song Bad Blood was about how I drink blood out of my Grammys.
A toast to blood!
Save some blood for Paul Rudd.
So that's why Paul Rudd never ages.
For my guy that believe in the lizard people, you feel me? Shout out to you. I'll be on your page. I subscribe to you, bro. I already know what you be on every night. You probably live right now. Shout out to the Blizzard people. It's very interesting. Like, when you look into your DNA as a biological human, yeah, you'll find out some very interesting things about you. Just on a bio level, you'll be like, what? Why is that in my DNA? Why is that in our chromosomes? Very interesting. But for you people that believe into that, the Anunnakis, all that, it's a safe place. You feel me? It's a very safe place. Watch this show. At least watch season one. I'm trying to tell you.
Welcome to Media Manipulation and Subliminal Messages, where we invent bullshit to keep people distracted. Who do you think invented the Minions? Look what happens when you slow it down.
Nah, I want to kill my parents anyway. Not impressed.
Maybe you'll find this news to your liking.
We interrupt the president's perfect speech to bring you this breaking news. A recent poll finds that Reagan Ridley looks incredible in that ponytail. We're all talking about it.
Fair and balanced.
I just named our newest high-velocity missile after you. What do you want to blow up? Pick a country, any country. Finland's been pretty full of themselves lately.
Woof, this is bleak.
Do you not like it? Code Red, show her Plan B.
I don't hate this.
Like, it is on a different level. Like, I don't know who wrote I really gotta look into I want to do interviews with the guys that wrote the show, because I really want to ask them questions and stuff, probe their mind. Like, because it's like, what gave y'all the balls to even speak about this? And I'm telling you, Netflix is crazy for even letting us be out here like this. But in 2024, it's a safe place, because all the things that people was told to be crazy about in the 90s, that's a little reason why I'm a little like, wow, because it's like, in the 90s, you couldn't even speak about aliens existing. You couldn't even speak about none of this stuff. You sounded crazy. But since it's TV shows that's literally making money off the comedy of it, it's very interesting the time we live in right now. Like, that's breaking down all the media conspiracy people. There you go. I'm one of them. Definitely top 5. One of the media that I love it. You feel me? How they control and influence and all that, all the sigils and subliminals, yeah, all that. It's a safe place for you too. You'll learn a lot watching this show.
Truth in plain sight.
Okay, switch out the president for the leaders of the free world. No big dealio, just keep it realio.
Relax, Brett, we'll be fine. Unless the robot malfunctions, exposing our agency to the world and toppling the shadow government.
You can do this, Brett. Picture your mental health with a Kodak. Oh God, what does mental health look like?
Please pass us human. Please pass us human. Oh God, here it goes.
Good evening, Sultan. How are the wives and kids?
They were a very generous gift. Thank you, Mr. President.
I'm a writer. I'm a big fan of scripts and stuff, so I see it on a different lens. And I am a big fan of their writing and their script of the show, because it literally, you can tell by every word, every single word that they're using is like carefully crafted into the show for the jokes, and it's all based off credible conspiracies. It's so interesting. Like, these guys did immense amount of research. Like, they ain't just put a bunch of conspiracies together and was like, all right, we're just going even the jokes. Well, you won't be like, I was watching, I'm just like, yo, I can't even laugh at the first 3 jokes because they just hit me back to back with all of these conspiracy things that, you know, regular people just might call you crazy, you feel me? But on this show, it's like, no, this is, you gonna understand. Like, bro, I feel very sane watching the show. It brings back a level of sanity, because you live in a void of insanity for a while when everybody around you thinks that you're some type of conspiracy theories and everything that you're saying is just mumbo jumbo, and you believe in that crazy stuff. Just ignorance is bliss, you know, and that's fine. But you know that pressure you feel from society for just entertaining stuff like that is, you know, people tend to come at you, but there's no limits to what they go after in the show. Like, they have no picks. There's no picks. Like, that's why I like the writing, because even as I'm watching it as the writing, I'm like, bro, they have no picks. Like, it's just basically there for and against, making awareness and exposing all the lies and exposing all the manipulation. Like, that's how I look at it. It's very interesting. They didn't get that season 3 though. It's crazy.
The turning has started early. Another must join our ranks. The dark initiation is nigh.
No! I'm too rich to die!
Who the hell are you, Dorito-headed dipshits?
We are the power behind all things, the true rulers of the world. But our ancient ways have gotten a bit out of date. We need help modernizing. Your machine is tampering with unholy godlike forces not meant for man. That's our job. We ask only that you dismantle Project Reboot. In exchange, we will hire you to create a shadow company. We will grant you the power to control the world on our behalf. Our story begins at the dawn of history. When humanity was about to overpopulate, we released the Black Plague.
And in quarantine, Sir Isaac Newton discovered gravity.
Okay, what is the plan behind burning rainforests?
Controlled fire to stop sentient trees from overthrowing humanity.
The Titanic?
Atlantean invasion fleet.
Huh, no kidding.
What appears on the surface to be chaos is actually a complex system serving a greater good. The Order of the Black Robes was born.
Operating from the shadows using secret knowledge, we and our descendants kept watch watch over all of human history.
Well, not to point out the obvious, but fire, plague, actual fucking locusts? If you're watching over us, why didn't you stop these things?
Stop them. We unleashed them. They realized humanity needed to be protected from itself.
So it's crazy because that one joke about the Black Plague, hey yo, even when I looked into that and looked into like did my research about that, man, it gets creepy. Even I'm sitting here like, all right, bro, that was engineered. That was not just no. So all of these outbreaks and stuff like that, bro, you can see a pattern if you look at history. And that Black Plague in specifically, bro, it was very creepy how they made a joke about that. Like some of the stuff that they be joking about, I'm like, that's not funny. Cause if that's true, bro, that's really demonic. That's really crazy. But we just gonna keep it laughy, grain of salty. You feel me? Like just a little salt based sprinkle. You feel me? Cause yeah, it gets a little wild when you really look into this stuff. Like they're not just pulling the shit out their ass. Trust me, I do research on all types of stuff, bro. I am like a supercomputer. They don't just pull research out their ass, So it goes into a lot. A lot of the guys that I study have bestseller books out and all types of stuff like that, and they speak on a lot of various topics. But yeah, that Black Plague, man. Well, it was, man. Read that up at your own risk. But man, the stuff they touch on is like they have no picks, crazy stuff. But just watch that show. I just wanted to make a big point out about that show because I know it got canceled and they don't want that joint out no more. So, but it's still on Netflix, so you can check that joint out if you got Netflix. But man, when I watched it, I was like, wow. Just the jokes alone put me on a whole nother level. I already knew about a lot of that stuff, but the way they take the approach about it is interesting. Like it's very, very funny, but also very creepy because some of the stuff they was doing, I'm like, damn, that told me something. I hope that's actually not true. I hope that really is a joke. It gets a little wild. They really push the envelope, trust me. But going into it, my guy Infowars, he basically ran into a situation where they, cut him off, cut his whole show. And that's pretty much the end of him. I don't know if y'all know about him. Those that don't know about him, it's kind of jacked up. But let me see.
Consequences. That is the word of the day for Alex Jones. Remember him? The founder of InfoWars, one of the biggest, most dangerous conspiracy theorists out there. Well, he spent years spreading vicious, awful lies about families from Newtown, Connecticut, the parents of kids who were murdered in the Sandy Hook school shooting. Well, Alex Jones was found guilty of this awful behavior and is being forced to pay millions and millions of dollars. But cynics out there, me included, have always thought he's never going to pay. He's going to squirrel his money away, put his assets under his family members' names. The government will never be able to get this money. But today we learned that he's now liquidating his assets because he's going to have to start paying these families. Now, we have already heard from many of these families that getting the money is secondary. What they want is their children back. That will never happen. But what they really want right now is for dangerous people like Alex Jones to stop spreading vicious, dangerous lies. And the sad truth is, he can go out tomorrow and start another business, spread more lies, make money off of that. The weird thing about that is, if he does that and goes out and makes more money, he'll likely have to give that money to these families. This thing is not over, but it is one step closer to finding some justice, finding some closure for these families who so desperately need it and deserve it. So consequences. That's what Alex Jones is facing today.
I do find it extremely weird in this day and age where, we got social media and freedom of speech. And as far as what I know, all the things that they try to censor and call hate speeches and call community guidelines, y'all don't really crack down on the real horrific stuff that's out here on the internet that y'all don't really crack down on. Like, I don't understand it. Like, y'all, It's so much horrible stuff. And y'all worrying about these guys that basically sound crazy to the damn near whole country. And if they're spreading lies, I don't know much about that case, but if people out here spreading lies, it's nobody's choice. It's anybody's choice, you feel me? And it's nothing that's saying that this guy's telling the truth. You can ignore this person. When people was ignoring him, it wasn't a problem. But when people was paying you attention, now all of a sudden you need to watch what you say. And so I do think he should have taken consideration the stuff he was saying and the severity of it for us the backlash. Whether he thought it was true or not, that conspiracy stuff, as far as being in this country, it can get you put under a lot of bad circumstances. For example, the situation he's going through right now. And on top of that, you are under these big platforms. So it's like you can only go but so far, bro. You feel me? When you want to do things in your own private way, then you have to create your own streaming platform. That's why I'm telling people, like, stop letting YouTube and Kick and Twitch was running the game and streaming thing for a while until Kick was like, man, we're going to come out and it ain't just for kids. And we got our own platform. Like, I'm tired of the movies I see in Hollywood, so I'm trying to build my own black production studio. You feel me? Like, so young kids can come create and build their own characters and make their own cartoons and their own images compared to the life they're going through. And we ain't got to wait for movies to come out of Hollywood. We can be our own production media outlet and talk about our own media and put ourselves up. It's just some of the things I'm working on. My son is going to be in one of the forefronts of it. Graphic designer, skilled, already got a following. But and he's going to teach other young boys that's like-minded to do the same thing. So we can hone our skills and make money off of it. Like, that's the whole thing. And control our own media, control our own production, far as movies, comics, TV shows. We don't gotta wait for people like Tyler Perry to come out with a movie for us. He got a black-owned studio, but he ain't for these people, man, that does this. They're not putting enough people on, bro. They're not doing enough. They're not doing enough. I ever get in position. Free studio and training time for anybody that come through first time. I'm not charging. We giving college courses to the young kids from the gate. You don't got to be a certain age to get college advanced classes. Like, I'm pushing it to them so we can push the culture faster and get people on a better wave. So we ain't got to be complaining about why this and why that. And we have the control to push our own narrative. That's that simple. All we need is funding. All we got to do is circulate the dollar. People out here getting attacked because they're not on their own platform. I'm only going to go but so far on here because I'm not on my own platform. I'm not in my own production studio. Until the internet shuts my stuff down, that is the only part of the place where it's like, okay, the internet says you can't do that. But when I set up my own production studio, my own streaming services, oh yeah, I'm not going to need a YouTube. I'm not going to need a Twitch, a Kick. Shout out to these companies that's doing this, but y'all not about to be the only ones doing it, and y'all not gatekeeping this. So y'all can have your platforms for where it's at now, and that's good. But remember where y'all platforms came from. Y'all needed the people. Now y'all trying to control everything. Everything wasn't controlled. Everything was uncensored. I remember YouTube in the first glory days of YouTube. So it's all about, we got to create more. I'm on it.
Whether you agree with everything he said or disagree with everything he said, let's get our priorities straight here, okay? If you're upset with what Kanye West has said today, let me remind you that Kanye West, excuse me, Ye. Yeah. Let me correct that. Ye. If you're upset with anything Ye has said here today, Ye is not the person in Chicago shooting people every night, teenagers, innocent people dying. Ye is not the person in D.C. in Congress selling this country out for decades. Ye is not the person with big pharma that's killed millions of people with their products. It's all come out in court. That still has influence to mandate their products on the people. That's not Ye. Ye is not the one that's lying us into wars where millions of people die and trillions get spent. So for all the backlash, all the huffing and puffing that we're going to see from this interview in the next 48 hours, you're all clowns. You're all clowns. If this interview upsets you, your priorities are so out of whack, and I don't even think you have the capability to enjoy life anymore. And you need to take a serious look and reflection in the
mirror.
Well,
they're against free will. They're against free open discussion, which shows they're evil. And anyone going along with censoring somebody's speech is a fraud and an enemy of the people.
But the people are not evil. It's Satan that controls the people and puts demonic blocks. So when you see the truth in front of you, you can't even hold the truth.
Agreed. Demonic blocks. I'm not mad at the people. I used to be blocked. I literally used to talk to one of my first girlfriends, my first baby mom, when I talked to her. And when I was telling her about aliens, she kept it 100. She's like, man, I thought you was crazy. I'm like 2008 talking about this. She's like, man, I think you crazy. And I still was like, well, this is what's going on. I don't know when it's going to get exposed, but I feel like it's the truth. Your sense of discernment will be your guidance on this planet. Things that are not wrong that leads to confusion will always confuse you. The truth adds up and there's no question. Simple as that. For you people that want to attack everybody for trying to open their mind and learn new things and not accept the reality that's been told to us since we already know we're lying. We mad at these rappers. We mad at these people that's one person. Instead of understanding where the real issues are and what we need to really be upset about. Not putting no names. Think about it, though. It goes all the way down to your health.
The FDA has allowed for foods that are GMO to be labeled organic. It tells you that it is a GMO product, genetically modified organism.
And why do we want to stay away from GMO foods?
Because it's synthetic. The body can't recognize it. So it wreaks havoc in the body. Think about it. They're grapes. Grapes grow with seeds. Mm-hmm. But now you could buy organic grapes that don't have seeds. There is no food that is seedless naturally.
What are preservatives and why aren't they good?
Well, many of them stay in our bodies 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, and they form as free radicals. So the body can't digest them. They don't know what it is. And free radicals eventually come together and clog arteries or turn into disease. I don't tell people that, oh, you're going to die if you eat that. I don't say that to you. I encourage you to do your own research, okay? Because there are a lot of foods that are GMO that are not labeled GMO. Mm-hmm. So you don't even know.
Right.
Okay? Because the FDA so conveniently made it so that these manufacturers don't have to label it anymore. They used to have to, but they don't now.
So taking care of you is your responsibility. I read those books and started practicing, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is it. And that's when I began to understand the importance of knowledge. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food.
All the way down to your health. So always, try to be aware, because nobody's going to, once you went to them hospitals and you got to go through all that stuff, man, they're going to say, well, you should have did your research and you should have knew this. And a lot of that stuff is based off you really being ignorant. And it's all that ignorance is bliss. We got to kill that. That motto has to die. Ignorance is death. Ignorance is torment. Ignorance is depression. Ignorance is no longer bliss. Y'all not living in bliss out here being ignorant. As far as what I see people just not being up on shit, you're losing. When you ain't up on shit out here, how is that blissful? I don't give a fuck if you rich or got money, got all the cars and stuff in the world. You'll get ate alive. If you're ignorant about health and wealth, you'll have all the richest money and things in the world and you'll still die quick because you're not aware about your health. Ignorance is death. It is not bliss. I'm not pushing that agenda anymore. Oh, if you don't know, it's just happy life. Y'all don't even know that y'all not really happy. Y'all don't be happy out here. Y'all secretly depressed. Y'all secretly be sad about stuff. Y'all secretly don't even know how to express yourself about things and speak on things or have the balls or confidence to really talk about what's really going on because you're scared. All I'm going to say is it's a safe place. I'm going to try to provide the channel, the outlet. If you want to expand your mind, open your mind up, come over here. Come through. I'm not judging nobody. We all trying to figure it out here. But as a collective, it's more effective if we come together. I learn better when I have conversations with people. I'm a conversationalist. When I have conversations with people, no matter what I know, I'm always going to learn something different or get a different perspective because I'm talking to somebody that has a completely different life, completely different experiences, and all of that. We come and meet on a common ground on what we both know together, or we both just put each other on different types of information. So, I'm gonna dig more deep into the Inside Job because that job might do a whole series on that, John. Man, I don't know. Somebody got to break that down too. I don't feel like people touched on that enough, or going to touch on it like I am, because I know exactly what I know all the jokes and everything. But it's very interesting. Check that show out. In other news, I'm gonna leave off on a good note because shout out Black women achieving things, Sriracha. Well, the track runner, I forgot her name. I can't say her name right. But I think she might have some competition. Shout out to this upcoming track star runner. Check her out.
I hate to do this, bro, but it's time to say goodbye to Sha'Carri. So a random Oregon track baddie, I guess her name is Jaden Mays or something. Watch this video. She literally jogs a 1083 and then hits the most diabolical celebration I think I've ever seen from a track baddie. Apparently, it was so crazy that Sha'Carri Richardson even texted her after the race, sending laughing emojis saying 1083, but she told her that she's ready to humble her on practice on Monday.
Doctor, it was legit. Number 4.7, it was legit. Thank you. We're going home. You know, they say I'm a homebody anyway. So we're going back home.
Shout out to the track baddies out there, just changing the game, upping the standard, breaking records, giving Richardson a real challenge and something to really wake up and go after. Now she was chilling for a while. She ain't had no competition really. Her competition was her at first. Now she got the shorty showing her what it is. And yeah, that's all the game is about, getting out here, doing your thing. Next thing you know, you inspiring somebody else. There's no reason why people have to be so angry about everybody or somebody else coming after you. Hold on. Somebody coming after you because they was inspired by what you did. That's something you should be flattered by and grateful for. Now, if they happen to be better, if they happen to have a different avenue the way they doing it, you should be inspired. You should be welcoming. It's always better. And I always watch these guys in their downfall. The guys that do be up in the game, you better off looking like that guy that know how to pass the torch or know how to put people on versus the guy that's straight just gatekeeping all day. You'll never get no support from all the powerful minds around. You'll be by yourself. All of these people that want to start these platforms and feel like I'm the only person that can do this was something that none of y'all own. None of y'all own none of this shit, bro. Can't none of y'all say with YouTube. YouTube got y'all by the balls. Straight up. And y'all out here trying to act like y'all running shit like y'all own the app, bro. Y'all don't own none of this shit. Y'all don't even own the apps y'all use, bro. So what I'm trying to do I'm trying to teach ownership so we ain't got to be bitching and fighting on other people's apps that we don't even control anyway. Y'all going at me, and niggas attacking me, niggas out here gatekeeping like they own this shit. Y'all don't own none of this shit, bro. Y'all paying subscriptions, bro. Other people own y'all shit, bro. Other people can take y'all shit and delete y'all shit any day of tomorrow. And y'all mad at other people trying to figure out a way to change the game forever. You don't know the type of mind you arguing with, bro. When somebody's inspired by you, let that man grow. I'm more better off. I'm the type of guy, I'd rather motherfuckers off my name say, man, I met that man and now I'm doing this because of what he said. Now I'm on this level now. I done met that man and we did this. I done worked with that man and he didn't propel my channel to this. I want that man to do great. I always thought the way of the universe, when you put good energy out, when you do selfless acts and you put time in and you put good energy and positive forces and frequencies into people's shit, I thought that come back fold on. I thought that comes back in a good way. But the spirit of celebrity, the ego, the demonic energy, the egotistical shit that's going on out here is causing people to be on some bullshit. I'm not trying to go on no rant. I'm gonna end this joint real quick, but I just wanted to touch on that because that's what I'm going through right now in life. That's what I see right now on the playing field. I did this and I did this and da. You don't own none of this shit, bro. We all paying for something. We all gotta pay. Some time, some something. Currency is coming in many different forms. When you don't want to work with somebody, make it clear. There's no need to have animosity or think hidden agendas is going on. Y'all, none of y'all own none of this shit, bro. And I don't think everybody need to remind themselves every day, just like them jobs you wake up to and do every day, bro. This is my platform. Yep, it's all yours, respectfully. But have respect for the same people, because you might be in a situation where you might need a cosign from me. You might be in a situation where you might need a cosign from that other person that you thought you was better than. Y'all not gonna be on top forever. The game don't work that way. You don't just win forever. InfoWars was one of the biggest pages out here, and look where he's at now. Nothing to show for any of the work he ever did. Y'all can be the same way. Y'all no different. For whatever reason, your monetization getting cut off, all that. Who do you think you are? Thinking that you can gatekeep and tell people what they can't do on these apps, bro, that you don't own. None of y'all niggas own none of this stuff. So damn desperate for your own ego, maniac mentality that you don't even want to give a person a cosign. You don't even want to say, yo, go donate to that man. He didn't add so much content. If you got $1, just go send it to that man right now. Nothing. No, this is my word. This is my shit. I'm not even gonna say a nigga name. Y'all ain't even got the courtesy to put shout out a nigga. When I'm out here, I'm gonna teach y'all niggas how to really do business. I'm gonna teach y'all niggas how to really do networking. Especially with the shit that y'all don't even own. And then I'm gonna teach y'all how to move on shit that we actually own. Shit that you actually own. Not just paying for subscriptions and trials and shit. Shit that you got your name on that you can give to your kids. You talking about people I can pass. Y'all can't pass none of this shit down. Cause the day YouTube say y'all can't do it no more, it's gone. What are you talking about? Black production studios on the way. Black owned by me. If y'all ain't working towards stuff like that, keep fighting and arguing on these other people apps, bro. Like y'all own shit. Y'all ain't working towards shit else. All that money that y'all get donated to y'all, it ain't going to no black ownerships to open up doors for other black people to do anything, or just other people anywhere. Just ownership anywhere. Y'all not teaching people how to grow and own their own things, bro. That's the game. So y'all niggas will ever lose, bro. Simple as that. Cause your mind state ain't in the right mind. Y'all selfish, just like the celebrities y'all want to complain about. So I'm done with I ain't gonna go on a rant. I went on a little rant, but I had to get it off my chest, bro, because I see it with all of these platforms, bro. All of these YouTube pages and channels, bro. Saturated. Bunch of motherfuckers that don't own a damn thing, bro. Motherfuckers don't even own their name. Their name ain't even copyrighted. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all want to really talk that big dog shit, bro? Come out the game and have shit copyrighted so you ain't got to worry about. So other motherfuckers got to worry about paying you for using your shit. That's what I'm on. Ownership, bro. If we ain't talking about ownership and opening up doors for other people like us, bro, you're not talking about shit but the spirit of celebrity, bro. You might as well be you might as well go to Hollywood. Straight up. Respect these content creators, bro. Respect these platforms. And y'all respect the people that own this shit. And understand that ain't none of this shit yours. I'm going. Stay humble.